Hey, okay, so let's talk about patents and research. So, this is something I've known about patents and about research, whether it's research for, say, technology, electronics technology, or for airplane technology, submarine technology, uh, rocket technology, jet engine technology, um, pharmaceutical pharmaceutical research, and other forms of medical research. Understand something. Um, Many of the much of the research, probably in the neighborhood of 98%, if not more, is the research for medical and pharmaceutical, and much of the other research that the military uses, that companies like Boeing, Lockheed, uh, and for other naval merchant naval fleets and military naval fleets, comes from research done by private sector. And this research is paid for largely by the public, spending tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars researching this sort of stuff. And you have companies that buy the rights and the patents, and this is notorious in the pharmaceutical and medical fields. They notoriously buy these patents, buy the rights to these, and then they charge ridiculous sums of money. Now, David Dole show, which is on David Dole, who's you can find on YouTube, recently did a coverage that summarizes the pharmaceutical, as well as what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just recently did, which I believe you can find on C-SPAN. So check that out. So understand something. The taxpayers funded. That means you. That means Americans funded with the taxes pharmaceutical research and medical research, and these piratical criminal organizations buy them, and they do a massive hike in prices, and basically make obscene sums of money off selling back what we paid to research, what we funded. Now, I've always had a problem with trademarking and patents, and I don't know if I have done this before, but I've done a video on this before, but I've stated this before. You know, the shows like the ones that where people go with their with ideas that they have, and stand in front of these people and pitch their idea, and you got a bunch of these fat cats calling themselves investment brokers or whatever, and you've seen them. They're like, well, we'll give me 25%, give me 50%, give me 45%, give me 70%, and I'll give you, and they throw out this pittance in my this absolute pittance to get control of this of a business or an idea, business or idea. And what I stated before is that they'll often take that from those people that buy into it, and what they end up doing is they end up pushing them out and buying out the patent rights, and these people often will often lose control. And and also the corporations do this, whether it's Dow or 3M or Home Depot or Lowe's or Monsanto. It doesn't matter. They often can buy out patents outright and then take over. And so there's a huge problem with patents. And the thing is I keep saying that, the laws need to be changed about patents. And actually, there shouldn't be any patents. What there should be is laws stating that there are no patent laws. There are so that if you have an idea, basically what it says is you're the first one to. There should be a law saying, okay, this person was the first to come up with the idea, but other people should be able to take that idea and use it as well, and it should be a fair, free market competition. So you can take that another person's idea and basically work on it to make it better, so that you compete, or make it cheaper, whatnot. So it should be a matter of competition, and for the person that originally comes up with the idea, they should get funding to make it a more even playing field, so that somebody that already has billions of dollars can't outdo you. So there should be maybe a 5-year period where the person who has who had the idea gets a chance to build up the business, and you can't and somebody who already has billions of dollars and has the infrastructure, they can have access to it, but they can't start marketing it unless they make dramatic changes, and so on and so forth. So so that the person and that's the way it should work. It shouldn't be that you get to buy the patents. You get to take the efforts of others and the efforts of the taxpayers who funded the research, and basically rip people off, and there should be that's where regulations come in. That's where laws stating doing these scams and cons, because that's exactly what it is. What the pharmaceutical and medical companies, as well as technology companies, have done is basically taken research that was done by our tax dollars, our money that we generously allotted for research, to turn around and basically charge us $84,000 for friggin' a pill that we funded, and that's the sort of stuff that. That's why I don't like trademarking. That's why I don't like patents, because it can be used to commit crimes and felonies, and to sell us back what we've already paid for. It'd be like somebody going into your home, taking something from your home and selling it back to you, right? For 1,000,000%. That's and that's basically what the laws and what our the criminal called politicians are allowing. Any you don't need to be a you don't need to have a doctorate. You don't need to have an MBA. You don't even need a bachelor's. You don't need any sort of schooling to know that, if you do something and somebody else takes it because they offer you a little bit of money, and you've because you need it, or for that's just one example. I mean, that is criminal, predatory felony. That's what it comes down to. So understand that we have to take a very, very harsh view on this sort of behavior. It's immoral. It's unethical. It's criminal. All right. Thanks.